Hey, One Plus Armor fans, here for another battle report. We have a special guest, Darren. This is going to be your first game since 1999, you said?
92.
92, wow. That's a lot of years.
My friend, I went to his place the other week and he still has the original rulebook.
Nice, nice. All right, so we're going to be doing a bit more of a beginner kind of game today, so not super competitive lists. We're just going to do rulebook missions and get Darren back up to speed with everything that's going on. So he's going to be playing his Grey Knights over here against my Khorne Daemonkin and Chaos Space Marines without a super heavy, if you've seen my list before, so doing things a bit more friendly. So quickly walk you through the lists. On the Chaos side, we've got 2 Chaos Lords. The one from KDK has the Bloodforged armor, so he has Eternal Warrior, Feel No Pain. 4-up Invul, they're both on Juggernauts, both Mark of Khorne, both the Power Fist, Lightning Claw. The one from Black Legion has the Skull of Kurnagar, so he's got Eternal Warrior and I think Adamantium Will is everything you get from that.
They both count as Khorne? Or?
They're both Khorne, yeah. And then we've got 2 units of 9 Fleshhounds, 2 units of 8 cultists from Khorne Daemonkin, and then 2 units of 10 cultists from Chaos Space Marines. We have 1 Chaos Spawn with no mark. Then we've got 2 Mauler Fiends with Lasher Tendrils, 3 Heldrakes with Bale Flamers, including a really awesome conversion by Nick.
Oh, that's a Heldrake.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was terrain.
And then we've got an Aegis Defense Line with a comms relay.
That's cool. So it flies around with the statue?
Yeah, just drags it with him. So let's take a look at Darren's army here. So Darren, I'll let you walk through your list.
Yeah, so pardon the non-WYSIWYG, I've lost models in the transit, but my warlord is this librarian who's actually a chaplain model, and he's stock librarian, upgraded to level 3, and he also has the Liber Demonica thingy. The other librarian's also level 3, and he has the Bone Shard of Solor. And then we've got Drago's my Lord of War. We have just a 5-man Terminator squad, which got 1 hammer. The rest are actually swords, and this dude with the missing arm has a psi cannon. And we've got 6 paladins, which are all swords, 1 nemesis banner, 1 psi cannon, and an apothecary with a force warding stave. And this is the other psi cannon. Sorry, this flamer is another psi cannon. And then we've got Calexis. He'll be riding in this Rhino, which is just a stock everything Rhino. I think it's a Storm Bolter and no extras on that. We have a Ordo Xenos Inquisitor, just bare bones, no upgrades, and that comes with 3 Servo Skulls. And 2 Nemesis Dread Knights. This one has a Gatling Silencer, this one has the heavy psi cannon, 2 incinerators each, and 2 great swords with the personal teleporters. Excellent.
So, as you can see, he may be new or returning, but did not put together a bad list by any means. The invul save on that is really tough against me because everything in my list is Khorne. So the 2-up invul, this guy's not going to die anytime soon. Anyway, with that, we're going to roll to see what mission we're going to play, get our warlord traits sorted out, get deployed, and come back and take a look at the armies. Alright, we're here after deployment. So we're going to be playing the tactical or Maelstrom of War mission, Spoils of War. So basically we've got 6 objective markers spread out throughout the table here. And either player, when you roll a tactical objective, secure objective X, either player can score it, which is pretty awesome. We start out with 3 tactical objectives each and draw up to 3 every turn if we have less. So with that, rolled off for table sides, we do have Night Fight. So I've got this side here, so I've got a unit of dogs with a Lord with my KDK Lord. A Spawn, manning the comms relay. Another unit of dogs with the Black Legion Lord. 2 Mauler Fiends, and then all of my cultists and my Heldrakes are in reserves. On Darren's side here, we've got a Dread Knight, the Calexis in a Rhino, and another Dread Knight, and then the Nemesis Strike Force over here is in reserves.
And
so.
the Inquisitor.
Oh, and the Inquisitor is hiding right in that building. Yeah, probably can't see.
She didn't bring any armor.
She's in there. Oh, she's got the 4-up. All right. So with that, Darren did deploy first, so he can choose to go first or second. What do you want to do, Darren?
You know, I think... Actually... I'm gonna let you go first.
All right. Well, I will not try to seize against myself. So we will be back at the end of turn 1. End of Khorne Daemonkin turn 1. All right, we're here at the end of turn 1 for Khorne Daemonkin. Just shuffled around, trying to make it a bit more difficult to deep strike if the Nemesis Strike Force does come in this turn. Spread out, we've got night fights, so I put my dogs in the ruins, take advantage of the 3-up if anything happens. Made sure I'm out of range from the Dread Knights. For my tactical objectives, I get D3 victory points when I kill Darren's Warlord, which is the guy who's a 2-up invul against everything in my army. So that might take a while. I need to hold objective 3 right here, which I got, and I need to get Linebreaker at some point. So, or if I have 3 or more units, I get D3 victory points instead of just 1. So with that, I'm down to 2 objectives left, so I get to draw 1 more in my next turn, and we go into Darren's turn 1.
And a vortex.
Oh. Alright, so what happened on your turn 1 here?
I'm just fleeing from the vortex. So I got a bit lucky. I deep struck. I've decided to come in on this flank and tackle this flank and leave that flank in the cold. Try anyway. So I deep struck my paladins with Drago right here. They've since run over here. And my Terminators were here and they're now over here. My Dread Knight just moved up to there. And my other Dread Knight moved over here. My Collectors moved over here. And took some pot shots at the Demon Lord and then came back to here. So the Collectors managed to take 2 wounds off that guy.
Yeah.
With his shooty eye thing.
Threw his 4-up and his feel no pain.
Yeah. Everybody else shot at that Lord and just about survived.
Yeah, so he took 3 wounds and I lost 5 dogs.
Almost all those dogs, yeah.
So that's 13 wounds in 1 turn of shooting from Grey Knights, which is really bad
So
save.
I rolled pretty well and Logan rolled pretty poorly.
So badly.
Yeah, and in the meantime I've just moved away from that vortex. Oh yeah, I cast Vortex of Doom.
Yeah.
So I'm moving away from it and
Watch scatter and kill them all at the beginning of the turn, I'm sure.
And that's about it.
Alright.
Psychic wise I got Hammer Hand on these guys and Sanctuary on this Dread Knight.
Yeah. Alright, we'll be back with Khorne Daemonkin turn 2. Here at the end of Khorne Daemonkin turn 2, my dice are trying to kill me, I swear to God. So, moved around, had the Lord get bubble wrapped by the dogs here. They're just moving up to try to take the flank, try to get Linebreaker next turn, hopefully. Over here, we had some dogs go up and charge into the Dread Knight. We'll get to the results of that later.
I should have issued a challenge. Oh, during my turn.
Yeah, for reserves, all 4 of my cultist units stayed out, which was by choice, with rerolls from the comms relay. All 3 of my Heldrakes came in. All 3 of my Heldrakes vector struck the Dread Knight, and all 3 of them rolled 1s.
2s.
Was that?
I think they rolled 2s.
They rolled 2s, that's right. I needed 3s to wound, and they all rolled 2s. Shooting phase with them, only 1 was able to shoot anything because of how the vector strikes went. And I tried to flame on the Inquisitor, who has no armor, and gets instant death by it, and I rolled a 1. So then we decided to do some charges, just, have some fun. So I charged the 2 Mauler Fiends into the Dread Knight. The Dread Knight was down to 1 attack from the Lasher Whips, and managed to get a pen on this guy. And then in return, my 8 attacks from the Mauler Fiends did a single wound to the Dread Knight. So.
And don't forget the Vortex.
And the Vortex, okay, so the Vortex scattered right onto the Dread Knight, so a D hit on him, and I rolled a 1. So, dice are not going well. And then over here, we had the dogs, and the Lord with 7 Power Fist attacks. Did 2 wounds to the Dread Knight, which is better than nothing, I'll take it. The Chaos Lord, on 7 attacks, hitting on 3s, hit 3 times. So, I feel shame. On the plus side, I'm throwing my pencil around.
Killed my Dread Knight with the pencil.
I'm up to 2 points to Darren's 0 so far. So, with that, we'll go into Grey Knight's turn 2.
Still losing.
Fair enough. So,
Actually, no. Yeah, so my turn is pretty good. Luckily, if you remember, there was a Dread Knight here with 2 Mauler Fiends. The Vortex scattered away. Luckily, that could have been really fun. Drago tried to gate over to that Lord over there, but failed miserably, so he just stayed here. and then basically everybody was coming to kill the Mauler Fiends. The assassin moved over here to take some more speculum pot shots at this guy over here, and this was locked in combat here. The Inquisitor has bailed back into the building. Yeah, okay, so did I get first blood too?
You did.
All right, so Drago and Bunch, everybody shot at the Mauler Fiends, didn't do anything, I don't remember.
They didn't shoot, you had to charge them.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then basically we killed them in combat. The Librarians and the Terminators and Drago himself just killed the 2 Mauler Fiends and consolidated away from the Vortex. This combat, actually, we remembered that the Lord would have had to challenge, so maybe he would have died last turn. Anyway, so now they're both on 1 wound left. With a few dogs there, and this guy took out a dog and boosted back to here. So I scored 4 points. My 3 objectives, which were assault and kill a unit, basically,
One of those
and
was
a challenge.
for a challenge, though, right?
Yeah, issue a challenge.
Oh, issue a challenge. Okay.
Yeah, destroy a unit and destroy a unit in assault.
Okay.
And I got first blood, so that's
So
4.
3 points plus first blood.
That's 4. Oh yeah, 4 plus 4.
Yeah, because first blood's secondary.
Okay.
All right. So you are now ahead by 1. So we're going to go into a very painful KDK turn 3. All right, KDK turn 3. Things went a little better this time. Had a bunch of cultists come in, so they ran up, grabbed my objectives. My new objective this turn was to hold any 3 objective markers at the end of my turn for D3 victory points. So I ended up getting that. Objective here, over here, and here in the middle. I actually hold 4 right now, which is pretty nice. So I got that, and I rolled 6, so I get 3 victory points for it, which is great. For movement phase, the Heldrakes vector struck. Well, one of them vector struck the Dread Knight over there and did no wounds to him. And then the other 2 used their Demon Forge to vector strike the Rhino that the assassin was in and blew it up. For shooting phase, I guess I should say for movement. The dogs and the Chaos Lord moved up here to try to charge the Rhino to get it and hopefully surround and pop it. But because it blew up, they ended up getting a charge on the assassin. But the Heldrake also tried to shoot at the assassin, didn't do any wounds to him though. But the Lord and dogs came in, we actually multi-charged into the combat with the Dread Knight there. The dogs managed to do 3 wounds, I think, to the Dread Knight, who had 1 wound left, and killed him before he was able to pop my Lord open, which was great. And we also killed the assassin through some lucky rolls. And with that, I'm up to 5 victory points now to Darren's 3. He is still beating me on secondary, so we'll see if that matters at the end of the game. But outside of that, we're going into Darren's turn 3.
It was not a good turn for me. Drago got gate happy and gated into this building and mishapped and rolled a 1, so they all died.
So he mishapped because
I scattered onto here,
this, and
I
he
couldn't
wouldn't
place them around their Dread Knight.
Exactly.
So they all died. It's like 600 points. And then the Dread Knight jumped over here. These Terminators moved over here. And that's literally it. Oh, I forgot about I had my Inquisitor back then.
Oh, yeah.
So darn, that's it. Shooting, all I managed to do was kill 1 dog. All that shooting, just kill 1 dog. And I failed both my charges. So I managed to claim my objective 1 to give me a point. I'm still 1 behind. Oh yeah, and I vortexed.
Yeah, so there's 2 vortexes.
So actually, I'm glad I didn't Sanctuary Hammerhand because I wouldn't have been. Well, you can charge me, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, the vortexes, it missed as well, which landing right here, like, come on. Anyway, so yeah, pretty ineffectual turn. I killed 1 dog and claimed 1 point.
All right, we'll be back with KDK turn 4. All right, here at the end of the game, this is a really, really fun game. It was good. We both had pretty weird lists, so it was a good time. So at the end of it, there was actually a huge swing in points going into the last turn. Because I got D3 points for killing Darren's Warlord, and I got D3 points for having 3 hovering Heldrakes in his deployment zone, since they become scoring. So basically I end up there with 10 points at the end of it, to Darren's 4 points at the end of the game. I have Linebreaker and Warlord. Darren also gets Warlord though.
So I have 5.
Yeah. So in a cunning last turn, force on the Dread Knight, which I couldn't deny because I only had 1 die and got it on 2. Ended up chopping down my Warlord because it denied his Feel No Pain, so he was out of it. But yeah, final scores at the end of it would have been 12 to me and 6 to you because you also had First Blood.
Oh yeah.
So lots of fun. How did you?
My Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. So how did you like your first game of 40k?
Yeah, I think it was great fun. I think I brought a list that's just fluffy, and I think it performed pretty well. I'm not sure if Drago had survived, that would have changed the point tally, to be honest.
You never know.
I would have killed these guys and then probably run out of turn, right? Like you got 12 points, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That last turn was big.
I just really struggle getting objectives because I have so few people.
Yeah.
And then you've got all these cultists that I have to wade through if I need to get there. So I don't think I could have won, but they would have made that comment interesting.
Yeah, they sure would.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Cultists win games.
Yeah, cultists win games.
All right. Anyway, that was lots of fun. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks a lot.
Good game. For all you viewers, thanks for watching. Be sure to check us out. We have 40k battle reps every week. We've got War Machine every so often. We've got Batman every week. I got more Batman than everything else right now. We try to live stream every so often, and we have the Can Hammer podcast every second Tuesday at twitch.tv/OnePlusArmor. Thanks for watching.